third time's the charm. People keep calling me. So, my hair's still wet, but I just got done dropping Solomon off at, preschool. That's like the natural wave of my hair, which is why I always straighten it. But, just got done dropping Solomon off at preschool. Last night was a rough night because Solomon and Xander's bunk beds were taken apart, so their room looked different, our house looked different. Xander even said our house smelled different, but he couldn't tell me what it smelled like. But he has sensory processing disorder, among some other issues. So, for those of you that don't know, we have a PCA. Her name is Michelle, and we love her greatly. Last night was her last night with our family. She has come to our house 3 afternoons a week. And then we have a different PCA for Fridays. Mondays we went to therapy. So, she was basically there to make sure that Xander didn't hurt himself or others, and that he did not elope, which sounds like a funny word, but it's not. If you've heard the door chimes in any of my vlogs, it's because Xander will bolt and he will just open a door and go. So he's never gone far, praise God, but he is an elopement risk, and so we have, he qualified for a PCA, and so we've had her 3 days a week. She is my right-hand gal. She didn't mind if she was reading a book to Xander and Isaiah hopped in her lap. She didn't mind if she was playing a game with Xander and Solomon wanted to play too. She did not mind Julianne's incessant babbling about what she did at school that day. She started to feel like part of our family, and so I was pretty upset last night when she left. But it's just another chapter that we have to close, another part of our life we have to close in order to get to Tampa. And PCAs are like a state-funded thing, I think. So I'm not sure what Florida offers. So we may have to not have a PCA or pay for one out of pocket instead of using insurance. So we have dropped Solomon off at preschool. All the other kids are at school. Brandon is at home meeting the loaders. It's raining. The plan is when everything is loaded up, we are going to load up the van with our suitcases, and then we are going to go get the kids out of school early, or maybe have a little lunch, or then go get the kids. I have to pick up Solomon at 11:30, so right now it's almost 9 o'clock. So, because I've been sitting in this parking lot for a long time trying to delete videos off of my iPhone so that I had room to make this video. So that's what's going on today. It's a very gross day. Can you see how gross it is? Gross. Not sunny. It's 47 degrees and raining. Sprinkling, actually. Just enough to be obnoxious. So I'm gonna go home, eat some breakfast, and keep Isaiah out of the way for the loaders. And then we'll see what happens from there. Alright, see you later. And looks like they have done a very good job protecting my doorway there. And my wooden floors, and my steps, carpets. So, goodbye, house. We have some paint left there. They're going to patch the hole where our TV was mounted. And this is our kitchen. And our hardwood floors that I loved so much. This is definitely a Midwestern house because all the doorways and stuff are painted or unpainted, and it's pretty much a sin to paint them around here. So this is my bedroom where me and Brandon talk and sleep. And then this was Joanne's bedroom and her closet. And then this was where my little boy slept. So that's where they slept. And it's just the light that's making that look funny, but because I painted that whole wall from the previous people. And then this is our shared bathroom. That's a door to the master, and so that's how we did that. And then downstairs, and here's our lovely mudroom where we used to put shoes and book bags and all that. But then if you walk downstairs, this is this side was the TV room, and this side was the playroom because it's shaped like an L a little bit. And then this was Lainey's room, and then this was our office. So, yeah, saying goodbye to, and then there's another bathroom there, and a laundry room, utility room right there. So we are saying goodbye to our house, and oh, this is our little storage place. It actually goes back pretty far. So we're saying goodbye to our house and packing up to go to Minneapolis and check into our hotel and find some dinner to eat. We have a house cleaner coming tomorrow, the carpet cleaner, and then the patch-up work will be done tomorrow too. So this was our house. We are driving to the cities. We only had 2 little mess-ups. One was our fault, and one was the mother's fault. But
what was our fault?
It's gonna get handled. The one that was our fault, the BABIES.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
That's a big one. That's gonna require a trip to Mall of America.
I'm fixing that tonight.
We're fixing that tonight so that we don't have to listen to crying kids.
As big of a pain as it might be to go to Mall of America and have to deal with Friday night traffic and all that stuff, it will be much easier than an hour-and-a-half tantrum if the kids do not have their stuffed animals to go to bed with.
Yes. So, it has been a nasty day all day. This is gross. The movers took forever and they still messed up. Okay, so the great mess up that the moving company did is Delaney's room when we moved in was used previously as a sewing room for the people that owned it before us, and they had been the only owners. So they had shelves put in the closet and not a rod, because they would fold their fabric and put it on the shelves. So we realized this when we moved in, and when we put in our bid for the house, and we were okay with that, and we were like, oh, we'll just put a rod in. Well, I ended up getting an amazing deal on a closet organizer, and so I put it in the room. And then yesterday we told the packers that it stayed, and today we told the loaders that it stayed, and it didn't stay. Somebody disassembled it and put it in a box, which is incredibly frustrating because the loaders really are just supposed to do the last little bit. They're really not supposed to be putting things in boxes. So, lots of phone calls later, and we think we have it figured out, but we can't stay in St. Cloud anymore. We're headed to Minneapolis. So, we'll see. I don't know. Brayden is on the phone with his moving coordinator person. We'll see what they say. It's been a super busy day, and we're trying to get kids settled here in the hotel. Tomorrow we fly out. I have a friend that might come up to the cities to see us before we leave. They are coming to pick up our van, Tokyo, which is the blue one, between 8 and 10. We have made to order breakfast here. We have a Keurig in our room, which I am so excited. Our Keurig broke right before we moved and was replaced with household money because I can't live without coffee. I've been without coffee for about 3 days, and it's starting to wear on me with my big old bags. I have a whole luggage set right there. But anyway, so we have a friend that might come and meet us up. We have to go. Our van is obviously going to be picked up from the parking lot of the hotel. So we're going to take the shuttle to the airport. It's right across the expressway. And then we're off to Tampa. It's a direct flight this time, so we don't have to worry about connecting flights. We don't have to, hopefully the weather will be okay. I know it looks kind of sketchy right now as far as us making it in on time. But we'll be going to our apartment tomorrow and then settling in. I don't know if we're going to make it to church on Sunday or not. It depends on the status of how we're all feeling and if we're cranky and need more sleep or just need some downtime. So, to sum up our day, our GPS told us to stay in the left lane to go right, and we were like, doesn't make any sense. And we were on a straightaway, and the split was much further up the road, but it was just rather interesting. And I was like, oh, we thought it was hilarious. And then we were like, oh, this just sums up our day, because things that we thought we had fixed from our last move, issues we had, apparently we hadn't fixed them. So and then back in Minnesota tomorrow, we have the cleaning people and the carpet people, and then professional pictures being taken of our house. We have a guy patching the holes and painting, touch-up paint, and then our house goes on the market. So we are desperately in need of prayer to sell that house. It would be really nice if it sells very fast. Our house in Richmond, when we moved to Minnesota, sold in 24 days. So I've kind of challenged my real estate agent, like, hey, Tina, you have to beat our 24-day average. But she says we're in a good position. We have some competition in the neighborhood, but they're priced pretty high. We're priced reasonable. We're not looking to make a killing. We're just looking to get what we put in it back out. But we know that we've only been there 10 months. Brayden's company's paying the real estate commission, which is what's saving our tush on the home sale. So, that's about it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep up vlogging daily. I have been doing it just because there's been so much going on, and I wanted to keep you guys in the loop of what goes on in a corporate relocation. I don't think people realize, they hear corporate relocation and they think, oh, everything's done for you, and some things are done for you or provided for you, but it's still a lot of work. Brayden today said, we're never moving again, which is his famous last words, because he said that when we got to Virginia, and he said that when we got to Minnesota. So we'll see what happens in Florida. So I'm signing out for the night. Good night.